Heather from A More Crafty Life. Today I'm going to show you how to do my lilac fade chunky blanket using Crochet Bernat baby blanket yarn dappled. Today I'm using the color Wandering Blue and a 9mm crochet hook. This is an easy pattern that just uses double, single, and triple crochet stitches. So let's get started. For this easy pattern, you need any odd number. For the blanket, I chained 63. So let's get started. Continue with this and meet you at the end. When you have your 63 or any odd number that you want to use for your chain, you are going to crochet, do a double crochet in the 4th chain from the hook. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And you're going to double crochet. And then you're going to do 1 double crochet in each chain for the entire row. So that's what it should look like so far, just regular double crochet. And continue this until you get to the end of the row, and I'll meet you back here. Now that you have a whole row of double crochet, you are going to chain 3 at the end, and you're going to do another row of double crochet. This kind of forms a border of the blanket that you don't have to add on later. So this counts as the first stitch in the row, the chain does, and it will for the whole pattern. And then you are just going to do another row of double crochet. And for this blanket, then you'd end with 2 rows of double crochet to finish it off. And for the next row, you're going to do single crochet and then follow it by triple single crochet alternating, and then a row of double crochet. And then this repeats for the rest of the blanket, and then you end with 2 double rows of double crochet. Okay, I'll meet you at the end of the row after you finished your row of double crochet. Now that you have 2 rows of double crochet done, you are going to chain 1, and this counts as the first stitch. Turn your work, and then you are going to do 3 single crochets starting in the 2nd stitch. So 1, 2, 3. And you'll see that makes a total of 4 stitches that are single crochet, and then you'll end on the other side with 4 stitches that are single crochet. Then you're going to do 1 triple in the next stitch. And the thing to remember about a triple is it's just like a double, but you wrap twice before you insert your hook. And then you go through, yarn over and go through 2 loops each time. And that gives you your triple crochet. Then you're going to alternate that with 1 single crochet. And you want to make sure that you pull, that this stitch doesn't get any higher than the others, because that's how you get the triple. And you want the triple to fold towards you, not away. So then you're going to do another triple, wrap twice, insert your hook, pull up through, pull through 2, pull through 2 more, and then 2 more. Then you're going to do, followed by 1 single crochet. And you'll see how the triple pops up, kind of like a bobble or something, but it's easy. So triple, followed by a single. And you continue this until you get to the last, until you have the last 4 stitches, which are going to be single crochet. So triple, single crochet, triple, single crochet. I'll continue this until I get to the last 4 stitches, which will be single crochet, and I will meet you there. Now that I'm at the end with the last 4 stitches, so here's 1, 2, 3, 4, I'm going to do single crochet. So I did 1 here, 2, 3, and 4. Then you are going to chain 3 for your row of double crochets. So just so you can see, it should look like this with the triples puffed up and the single crochet down. That gives you the texture. Turn your work, and we're going to do a row of double crochet. This counts as the first stitch, the chain does for this whole pattern. So you're going to do a double crochet starting in the 2nd stitch, and 1 for each stitch across. And then you're going to start over with the row of single crochet and triple, and repeat this until the end. So I'll meet you at the end of the row after a row of double crochet. Now that I'm at the end of row 4, I will finish with my row of double crochet with 1 more, and then I am going to chain 1, and it should look like this. So you're going to start by repeating row 3 with 3 single crochets, followed by the triple single crochet alternate, and then a row of double crochet. And you keep repeating row 3 and row 4 of double crochet until you reach the end of the blanket, the length that you want. And for this blanket, I did 45 rows, and I ended with 2 rows of double crochet, and that kind of gives you a border. And I will show you how this looks at the end. You can find this written pattern on my blog, A More Crafty Life, which I'll link below, plus hundreds of other free patterns. Please subscribe. Thanks. Hi, this is Heather from A More Crafty Life. Today I'm going to show you how to make a pink bubbles baby blanket using a simple shell stitch. In the original pattern I used Bernat baby blanket yarn dappled in Ever After Pink, which is kind of a pink coral color. I used 2 10.5 ounce skeins and a 9mm crochet hook. Today I'm going to show you, I have 9mm crochet hook, and I'm using Bernat blanket yarn in terracotta rose. For this pattern you need a multiple of 6 plus 2. For the blanket I used 62, so 6 times 10 plus 2 stitches. For the example I'm just going to use 24 plus 2. So what you need to do is chain your 62, Okay, so when you have your 62, we'll come back. Okay, so when you have your 62 stitches, you are going to single crochet in the second chain from the hook. So 1, 2, and make 1 single crochet. Then you're going to skip 2 chains, 1, 2, and in the third, you are going to do 5 double crochets, which is what is going to make the shell. So 1, 2, all in the same stitch. 3, 4, and 5. So it should look like this. This will be your shell. Then you're going to skip 2 stitches, 1, 2, and in the third, you're going to do 1 single crochet. Then you're going to skip 2 stitches, 1, 2, and in the third, you're going to do 5 double crochets, again, making your shell. There's 3, 4, and 5. Okay, then you are going to skip 2 and in the third do 1 single crochet. So then that's the pattern. It's skip 2 stitches, do 5 double crochets in 1 stitch, skip 2 stitches, do 1 single crochet, and then repeat. You can find this written pattern on my blog, A More Crafty Life, plus lots of other free patterns. Okay, so there's my single crochet. I skip 2 and I do 5 double crochet in the same stitch. And you continue this way until you get to the end of the row, where you end with in the last stitch. In the last stitch with 1 single crochet. There's 3, 4, and 5. Then you skip 2 chains, 1, 2, single crochet, skip 2 chains, and keep working, and the last stitch is a single crochet. Okay, so when you get to the end, your last stitch is a single crochet. Then you're going to chain 3. And that is going to make the first of what's like a half of a shell. So there's 3, so 1, and then 2 double crochets. Then you are going to skip to the middle double crochet of the shell, the third one, and do 1 single crochet. Then you're going to skip to the single crochet and do 5 double crochets to make the shell in the same stitch. There's 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then you're just going to repeat this. 1 single crochet in the middle of the shell and 5 double crochets in the single crochet until you get to the end of the row. And I will meet you back there. It should look, this is what it's going to start looking like. I'll meet you back at the end of the row. Okay, so I'm towards the end of the row, I've done a single crochet on my the top of my last shell in the middle, and then you're going to do 3 double crochets in the very last stitch, and that makes the other half of the shell. Then you are going to chain 1, and then you just start your 2-row repeat over. You do 5 shells in the single crochet, 1 single crochet in the 3rd double crochet, and you repeat to the end, ending with a single crochet. And then you just keep repeating the 2 rows until you have 35 rows. Like I said, you can find this pattern and more on my blog, A More Crafty Life. Thanks. This is Heather from A More Crafty Life. Today I'm going to show you how to do the even berry stitch left-handed. I am using a 5mm H crochet hook and Lily Sugar and Cream cotton yarn, gauge 4 worsted weight. This color is tangerine. Okay, for this pattern you need a even number of stitches to start with for the chain. So for this one, I am going to chain 24. Any even number will work. So I have 24. Then I like to do a row of single crochet first. So you are going to single crochet in the 2nd stitch from the hook. So 1, 2, and then 1 single crochet in each stitch across to the end. Which should give you an odd number of stitches, in this case 23. This cotton yarn is easy to work with. It comes in lots of colors. It works great for washcloths, kitchen towels, pot holders. It's a little stiff. You can also use it to make a market bag or a tote bag. It's pretty easy to work with. It does split a little bit like cotton yarn. Sometimes has a tendency to. Okay, and when you get done, you should have 23 stitches. the last stitch, you are going to chain 1 and turn your work. Okay, so now you've turned, and this single crochet is going to count as your first stitch. So in your second stitch, you're going to yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, insert your hook into the same stitch, pull up a loop, and then you'll have 5 loops on your hook. Yarn over one more time and pull through all 5. Then you're going to follow by a single crochet. Then you repeat the evenberry stitch again. Yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over and pull up a loop, yarn over, insert your hook into the same stitch, pull up a loop. You have 5 loops on your hook. You yarn over and pull through all 5. And then you follow it by a single crochet. And then you can see these are the berries, and they show up on the opposite side, followed in between with single crochet. So then you keep repeating this pattern to the end of the row, and you end with a single crochet. So yarn over, insert hook, yarn over and pull up a loop, yarn over, insert hook into the same stitch, pull up a loop. You have 5 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull through all 5. Then follow it by a single crochet, and you keep repeating it. I like to use this texture. I made dishcloths out of it. I've also made a scarf and blankets, both in worsted weight yarn and chunky yarn. It's easy to do, and it makes a nice raised texture. And it's a simple repeat. After you do this row, then you repeat a row of single crochet, and then it's just repeated again. So here I'm at the end of the row, and then my last stitch is going to be a single crochet. And then I'm going to chain 1, and then I'm going to do a row of single crochet. So I skip the first stitch because the chain counts as a stitch, and then I'm going to do 1 single crochet in each stitch across. And you can see that it makes these raised texture. Continue till you have the end of the row. and then you repeat the second row. The final stitch is a single crochet in the chain. Then you're going to chain 1 and turn. And you can't see the pattern here, but you are going to do an even berry stitch in the same place that so it ends up right above it. Thank you for watching this tutorial. You can find this stitch pattern and all my other free patterns at A More Crafty Life. Hi, this is Heather from A More Crafty Life. Today I'm going to show you how to do a Trinity stitch, which kind of looks, if you've ever seen a daisy or a star, kind of like a flower or a 3-part stitch. I'm using Lily Sugar and Cream cotton yarn in Coral Sea Ombre and a 5mm crochet hook. You could use any yarn you wanted. For this stitch, you need a multiple of 2. So for the example, I am going to crochet 20. And this is a left-handed video. When you have your 20, you are going to single crochet in the second chain from the hook. Any multiple of 2 for your chain will work. So here's 1, 2, single crochet, and then you're going to do what is called a single crochet 3 together stitch, which is sometimes used to decrease, but not in this case. And in the same stitch that you just did the single crochet, you are going to insert your hook, pull up a loop, then you're going to go to the next stitch, insert your hook, pull up a loop, and then go to the third stitch, insert your hook, pull up a loop, and then you have 4 loops. You yarn over and you pull through all 4 loops, and then you finish the stitch with a chain 1, and it should look like this. And that is called the single crochet 3 together stitch. and that's what you're going to use for the whole pattern. So then you start your next single crochet 3 together stitch in the last leg of your stitch. So here's the last place I did. I'm going to insert my hook, pull up a loop, go to the next chain, insert my hook, pull up a loop, go to the third one, insert my hook, pull up a loop, yarn over, go through all 4, chain 1 to finish the stitch, and then repeat. Go to the last stitch you did of the leg of the 3 crochet together, pull up a loop, then you go to the second one, then to the third, pull up a loop in each one, yarn over, pull through 3, and finish with a chain 1. And that's what it's going to start to look like. And as you can see here where it changes colors, you can see a little bit later. See, it has the 3 parts. Okay, and then we continue. You insert your hook where the last stitch finished, pull up a loop, insert your hook, pull up a loop, insert your hook. For a third time, you have 4 loops on your hook. You yarn over and you pull through all 4. And you finish with a chain 1. Okay, and you pull up 3 separate stitches. You pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through all 4, and finish with a chain 1. So it should start looking like this. Keep going. And you always start in the last leg of the stitch that you did. And you always finish it with a chain 1. Okay. Continue to the end of the row. And I've used this stitch to make a blanket, washcloth, a cowl, and a hat. Works good in bulky and in worsted weight yarn. Okay, so now that I'm at the end with my last 2 stitches that you can see here, you do a final stitch, and then what you do to end is you do 1 single crochet in the last leg of the stitch. And here's your first row of the Trinity stitch. Then you are going to chain 1 and turn your work. And this is what the other side looks like. And where you chain 1, you are going to do 1 single crochet, and then you're also going to start your first single crochet 3 together stitch in the same stitch. So you're going to pull up a stitch in the first stitch, pull up a stitch kind of where the star kind of pattern or the triple, the center of it is. And then you're going to go to the third space and pull up a stitch. So you should have 4 on your hook just like before. You yarn over and you finish the stitch with a chain 1. Then you start your next stitch in the leg of the one you just did. You pull up a stitch in the 3 spaces, yarn over, and finish it with a chain 1. So this is what it looks like for your second row. And you just keep continuing this until you get to the end of the row. And your last leg of your last crochet 3 together stitch goes in the last stitch of the row. And I think that's the only thing that makes it any different. And you just repeat this row for your entire project. This stitch isn't, after you've got it set up, the stitch isn't particularly hard. It takes a while. It's not the fastest stitch, but it's not complicated, and it gives you a different kind of texture that I like. So you keep continuing And I think the one thing that you have to watch for is to make sure that none of your stitches are spread out too far. Sometimes you can kind of pull this one and give it too much space. So it looks like this, kind of looks, in the multicolor, it kind of looks like little flowers to me. So then when you get to your last stitch, which we're getting close. Okay. Okay, so here we're at the end, and you might think that you want to put it here and then you would still have one stitch left over, but you want to put it in the last single crochet from the row before. So that makes the edge straight. Otherwise, it doesn't look right. So you put it in the last single crochet from the row before, kind of skipping that stitch, and then you do one single crochet here to finish the row, chain one, and then you turn. So this is what it looks like on this side. And then you continue that row. You'll put a single crochet in the first stitch, and then you will start your single crochet 3 together in the first stitch, and then you continue. And this is what it looks like. You can find the written pattern for this on my blog, A More Crafty Life. It will be linked below, plus hundreds of other free patterns. There'll be a free PDF for you to download. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe.